Memories, written by Jean Dudley and submitted by her daughter Betty Fortier. As the years pass and I am no longer young, my thoughts drift back to the years that are gone. There are good memories, and some that are not so good, but the good ones are the only ones I think of now. One day not long ago, I went out to the old farm home, and memories flooded over me as I looked around. The old barn with the pigeons still flying in and out of the broken windows, the garage with a little rise in front of the doors where the snow used to pile in drifts which had to be shoveled before we could get the car out, the granaries with the holes cut in front that looked like eyes keeping guard. As I opened the back door, I imagined I could smell the aroma of home-baked bread and went to the pantry, but the shelves were bare, where once they were filled with pies, cookies, home-baked beans, and things which were essential to growing children. The nails behind the kitchen door where little caps and sweaters hung were still there, and the old rocking chair that was used to rock the little ones was sagging against the wall on worn-down rockers. In those days the kitchen was the most used room, as it was on the kitchen table that the homework books were spread out beside the gasoline lamp. When the radio came, we spent more time in the living room, sitting around with popcorn and fudge on our laps and funny books and magazines scattered around on the chairs and floor. On winter evenings, with the wind and snow blowing outside, I would look around at my family and offer up a little prayer of thankfulness that they were all safe with me. Our outside entertainment meant going to the country school, where we listened to recitations and songs from the children, after which the parents visited with the neighbors until lunch was served. Then it was time to bundle the sleepy children in the sleigh and head for home. I often wonder now as I look around the home of a newly married couple, with all the modern conveniences and gadgets, gas, heat, and electric stoves, what they would do if they had to get up and thaw the water bucket out before getting breakfast. Some mornings, even the bread was frozen. Things changed as the years went by. The children grew up, went to town, to school, and had their own interests. Finally, they married and had families of their own now, with happiness and problems that go with raising a family. We left the farm and went to live in a small town where our youngest son was raised. He was quite a bit younger than the others, and by the time he was ready for school, the rest of the family had gone their respective ways, so he did not have the companionship of brothers and sisters, and I think he missed a lot. A few quarrels, borrowing each other's clothes, and arguing are all part of growing up. We have a comfortable home, modern conveniences, labor-saving devices, some of which take longer to get connected than doing things the old way, but the farm is still referred to as our home. Not long ago, my oldest son told me he always got a homesick feeling when he went out there. So I guess the hardships and hard times we had were not too bad if the memories of the good times can bring a little feeling of homesickness. As I drove away from the farm, I looked back, and with the sun setting in the west and the glow filtering through the trees, it did not look like an old weather-beaten house, but more like a picture in a magazine. I guess it isn't the size of the house, or how well it is built, or how grand it is furnished that makes it dear to us. It is the memories of what has taken place inside those four walls that make the place dear to us. Well, so much for my memories.